We cried aloud, lifting our hands to Zeus, powerless, looking on at this, appalled. But Cyclops went on, filling up his belly with man-flesh and great gulps of whey. Then he lay down like a mast among his sheep. My heart beat high now for the chance of action, and drawing the sharp sword from my hip, I went along his flank to stab him where the midriff holds the liver. I touched the spot when sudden fear stayed me. If I killed him, we perished there as well, for we could never move his pondering doorway slab aside. So we were left to groan and wait for morning. When the dawn with fingertips of rose lit up the world, the Cyclops built a fire, and milked his handsome ewes all in due order, putting the sucklings to the mothers, and then his chores being all dispatched, he caught another brace of men to make his breakfast, and whisked away his great door slab to let his sheep go through. But he, behind, reset the stone as one would cap a quiver. There was a din of whistling as the Cyclops rounded his flock to higher ground, then the stillness. And now I pondered how to hurt him worse. But if Athena granted what I prayed for, here are the means I thought would serve my turn. A club or staff lay there along the fold, an olive tree, felled green and left to season for Cyclops' hand, and it was like a mast, a lugger of 20 oars, broad in the beam, a deep seagoing craft might carry, so long, so big around it seemed. Now I chopped out a 6-foot section of this pole and let it set down before my men who scraped it, and set it down before my men who scraped it. And when they had it smooth, who hewed it again to make a stake with pointed end, I held this in the fire's heart and turned it, toughening it, then hid it well back in the cavern under one of the dung piles in profusion there. Now came the time to toss for it. Who ventured along with me? Whose hand could bear to thrust and grind that spike in Cyclops' eye, when mild sleep had mastered him? As luck would have it, the men I would have chosen won the toss. 4 strong men, and I made 5 as captain. As evening came, with the shepherd with his flock, his woolly flock, the rams as well, this time, entered the cave. By some shepherding whim, or God's bidding, none were left outside. He hefted his great boulder into place, and sat down to milk the bleating ewes in proper order, put the lambs to suck, and swiftly ran through his evening chores. Then he caught 2 more men and feasted on them. My moment was at hand. I went forward, holding the ivy bowl of my dark drink, looking up, saying, "Cyclops, try some wine. Here's liquor to wash down your scraps of men. Taste it and see the kinds of drink we carried under our planks. I meant it for an offering if you would help us home, but you're mad, unbearable, a bloody monster. After this, will any other traveler come to see you?" He seized and drained the bowl, and it went down so fiery and smooth he called for more. "Give me another. Thank you kindly. Tell me, how are you called? I'll make a gift that will please you. Even Cyclopes know the wine grapes grow out of the grassland and loam in heaven's rain. But here's a bit of nectar and ambrosia." 3 bowls I brought him, and he poured them down. I saw the fuddle and flush come over him. Then I sang out in cordial tones, "Cyclops, you ask my honorable name? Remember the gift you promised me, and I shall tell you. My name is Nobody. Father, and friends, everyone calls me Nobody." And he said,